You fell into the gutter.
Utumolem iboita gota kono. Yes.
You lost consciousness for a while.
Iketuta jele for wati. Yes.
You regained consciousness and discovered what happened to you.
Utumbirin keto bote inyala inata longu tumole men ketela. Yes.
You were assisted by a Mr. Nyang of the Red Cross who pulled you out of the gutter.
Inata makoro sotomo bulu ikafome ye Mr. Nyang meye fintindi okono. Yes.
You said that at that point the soldiers were also beating Mr. Nyang.
Iko tembo sojarol nata hanfo ye Mr. Nyang fana mutaka lipa.
Paramilitary.
Paramilitary, yes. Paramilitaries came and beat him up, yes.
The paramilitary?
Yes.
And then you explained that Mr. Nyang told them he was a Red Cross volunteer.
Mr. Nyang diamute ka Red Cross do kulaleti. Yes.
But that didn't stop the paramilitaries from beating him.
Yes.
Apart from saying that he was a Red Cross volunteer, was he wearing anything that would have identified him as such?
Hana manke ka foko abe Red Cross do kola. Fire Red Cross la fenne du mensa itandiko abe Red Cross do kola le.
Red Cross dendiko babala.
Yes, he was wearing the shirt having the Red Cross emblem.
You also told us that while you were sitting by the gutter, the paramilitaries also started beating you.
Yenyim fanam foko aye fintindi dinko kono ibe sirin dinkadala atenyim paramilitary nata kote ke lipa. Yes.
You said you were kicked, as well as there were attempts to slap you, which you blocked with your hand.
Yes.
And this was all after you had been shot and you had blood all over you.
Yes.
At that point, you said a vehicle came by, and a private vehicle, and the gentleman came out of the vehicle in order to assist you.
Because tembolem yaje motonata motoni mu private motolita fanfo atembe talife alert alota utumole mu fundita motokono puru ngani obala puru kali makoi. Yes.
But prior to that, you also told us that you noticed that there were 4 students who were laying very close to where you were, lying down on the floor.
Yenyim foko bari obe janno bekela ye talibolu mo nani je larin duma meni ya lonko ko be larin je. Yes, I saw those students.
You said that moving, they were struggling to breathe.
Iko nyi wotumo be fansa ba kai ba kataka be puruke ni ji kamamang. Yes.
You said after some time they stopped moving and you realized that they were dead.
Ko bringa meta do mandingina taje be o fansaba ni o mamma o menna o be nata tenkun utumolo yenyi muta ko to nyili fatale. Yes.
Were you able to tell what caused their death?
Fo inata lo ne mune ya sabu menkete la saya sababoti.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Because they were wounded and I saw the wounds.
And yellow kabo ila dendiko fana nata yellow kabo bala ila dendiko koyol be bala wa dendiko nyin be nata wala chur.
They were wearing white shirts, but all those shirts, the 4 of them, their shirts were all stained with blood. That's when I realized that they were shot.
Who do you believe shot them?
The paramilitary, those that also shot me.
And why do you believe that they were the ones who shot these students?
Because they were the ones standing in front of us with guns before we reached to them.
And you told us earlier that from what you observed throughout the entire time, none of the students had weapons.
And we korosiko kabrin ko da mutadula chuku fani fo albe o tembeda mento talibolu mo kilinti je kele joram be membulu
kele joram ko mum kido no
materials such as guns no.
So when this gentleman arrived with the private vehicle and he wanted to assist you, can you tell us what he did in order to assist you?
Ikobiri moto tionata fa lota afajita moto kono andu ngalo nyingani yole bala purkali mako ya natake mune natake
bira lota
When he stopped,
ay moto bunda ele
he opened the door of the vehicle
atabe nyato bunda to drive ka sidami
because he was seated at the driver's seat.
okay jela nata koma bunda ele
He opened that door and then he alighted, went around and opened the back door.
then I alafta kanchika
Then he wanted to pick us up
pukan dundala moto kono
to put me inside his vehicle.
because wato ambulance o be nyami ndafankajela ambulance o kanay ka tambinna
Because at that time I used to see the ambulance come and pass me.
fente fo comme mo jama mo belaring kimi mo mulbe baramari siata mulbo siata
And the reason was that the number of injured people were many.
so ni a chika rek na fata dami ka sambol to fo jeni be muruna nan ko tek
So when they load until it's full, they will depart and then return.
so wala ke nyinga tenata bira ente jelaring
So that was why when he saw me lying down,
lota bunda ele so akonye ko matengi mako
he stood up and said, let me help you.
bar bira bunda ele
But when he opened the door,
ala moto ko nga jejiwe
I looked inside his vehicle.
nga yelo damal yije
I saw only blood in there.
nkay muna munyenti
And I said to him, what is this?
akonye nga mo dolle samba
He said to me, I had taken other people before.
dolbi jase ken ol fata la fam
And it is possible that some of those might have died by now.
akonye dun tem fonyola kamol samba fo jeni molbe banna
And I'm not going to relent taking people until I take everyone out.
nkay lo mu ku kende balati
I said to him, that is a good, noble venture.
so Mr. Nyannata
So Mr. Nyang came.
makoya makoy nga indundi moto kono
He told him, help me, let's put this guy inside the vehicle.
so muta
So they came like that to assist me.
paral lotay koy ko ali alabula
Then the paramilitary stood and said to them, leave him alone.
e kay pour mum
And they said to him, for what reason?
akoy alkana samba alabula
They said to them, leave him there, don't take him away.
so driver nyin koy ko mba sambala bi mba sambala sama
And the driver said to them, I am taking him now, today, and I will take him again tomorrow.
na lafta liyam fa bar mba cikala nga samba
If you want, kill me, but I will take him out.
e kay ko niya samba niya cikarek mbal bunna
They said to him, if you take him out of this place, we are going to shoot you.
akoy alimbung
He said to them, shoot me then.
akoy ko jankay mo mbele be fala jambare nyente be cikala le
He said to them, here, either we are all going to die here or something else, but I will take him out.
so Mr. Nyannata
So Mr. Nyang came.
ate fana ate mutambulo to ndaboto
He held me by my arm.
kenne woni way mutanin singoto
The other guy held me by my legs.
ya wulinde wala nyamen dundi moto kono
And so that was how I was raised and they taken inside the vehicle.
bar wo kono law tanin na kono je dutalde
But in the process of going and coming back, it was very tense.
because atata lo fo do bi je o pare telefon ka bum fang
In fact, there was a moment when one of them wanted to shoot them.
but ambulance o benata mi kan dorong
But at that instant, an ambulance was passing by,
nata lo
and then they relented.
hotel o nata bay
That was when he relented.
so ñi len continue do nyamen dundi moto kono
And so these guys proceeded and put me inside the vehicle,
so enata enatan samba
and then they took me away.
bari birime samba kam fana
But while they were taking me out,
Mr. Nyang
Mr. Nyang,
atele ala dendi ko bondi
he removed his shirt,
ala Red Cross dendi ko
his Red Cross shirt,
aka wulindi
and raised it up,
santo ka tandi ko dead body
to raise it up in the air to indicate that there is a dead body.
so aka kawle nyama nim fotata soldier la silo kam because wode be siarin silo kam bakele
So on that day, the soldiers were many on the road. So when we reached wherever they were grouped, he will show that.
ika stop le drive oning
He used to stop the driver when we reach,
ya nyininka
and they will ask him,
alkata min tole
where are you going to?
mune balla moto kono
What is inside of your vehicle?
and iko ke nyamin
And the manner in which they do that
ika kidolo lo akang
is by putting a gun on him
katandal ko alkata min tole ka silandi dal
to try to frighten him, asking him, where are you going to?
so ntata wala nyama ni stop dami ye londi ye nyininka ning kamfa ning fatia kono
And that was the way it went. Wherever we reach them, they will stop and ask us, and they will ask us in a very fierce manner.
so ning dendi ko wulindi akoy dead body
And so when this guy raises the Red Cross shirt and says to them, dead body,
so ikambula wale nyama ngatambi.
so they used to allow us to pass through.
But obe fango biring data form futata.
But despite all of that, when we arrived,
okola lo Mr. Nyan nata njiwe lunkilenga kanyeng explaining.
It was after that one day Mr. Nyang looked at me and began to narrate all of this to me.
Because nte katarejele fay me dorong ngata safa ngaketu dal.
Because at that time I used to frequently go into coma.
Then after nameta nganyaile.
And then after some time I will regain consciousness.
So anata nyi explain me wole nyama bira anata njiwe.
So one day when he came to visit me, he explained the whole of this story to me.
You told us that Mr. Nyang worked for the Red Cross. What about the other gentleman, the other Good Samaritan who helped you, the owner of the vehicle? Do you know his name?
Yenyum foko Mr. Nyang atakado kuoke Red Cross le. Bari modo nying, mototio nying, menye mako ifo kulongo fanana kuoto le bang.
Wo mal fellow wala kuoto, wo come private drive wala mati.
I know nothing about that individual. I take it that he was just a private driver.
I nyina foko coming karamunto dinno le yelobe kasara kan ibe fakang.
He said that since the blood of the students was being spilled and they were being killed,
so ate tula no je nyama.
So he could not left them like that on their own.
Fase makoy.
Give them assistance.
To
take them where they are supposed to be so that they can acquire medical attention.
But
because he could not abandon them on the way like that because he too has children. Before he took me away, he said all of this to me.
Where did Mr. Nyang and this gentleman eventually take you?
Mr. Nyang, ani wo mototio inata isamba mintole.
Inata samba loptano to.
They took me to the hospital.
Banjul RVH.
In Banjul at the RVH.
Do you know what kind of assistance you received at the RVH?
Akofoya lo na biri futata Banjul loptano to yemu mako fason ne dilaje.
Biri futata je.
When we arrived,
yen samba nung
I was taken to the theater first of all because they thought there was a bullet still inside my body. So when we got there, they turned my legs and looked under. So they looked up. Then they realized that, in fact, the bullet had hit and penetrated through. So there was no need for an operation.
So
it was at that time that I was removed from that place and then taken to the A&E. That was where I was admitted.
At the A&E, did you see any students who were also injured as a result of the April 10 and 11 demonstration?
Ebe lobitano la obumu men kono je A&E. Foye talibe dolu jijele men yalon ko fanalu baramata ate nyin ku kilino lo kono April karola otili tango nin tiltan nin kilingu mamango kono.
Nga talibe do jije.
Yes, I saw other students.
O atebe nung Bakote High School.
There was one who was in Bakote High School.
Atomu Senabu Kamaralati.
Her name is Senabu Kamara. I was there with her at the A&E.
Do you know what happened to Miss Senabu Kamara?
Senabu Kamara fanana.
Senabu ha.
Yes.
Yes.
Bije tata form dam fisiata demanding natan kakacha.
We were there until we all started to get better, and then we began to have chats.
Minketa la nata fonye.
So she then narrated to me what happened to her.
Nata la kuolo wole nyao.
That was how I got to know about our issue.
Te ako ye bayindile nu.
She said that they were being chased.
Imete no kang ako. Atifana coming explain school.
They were chased for a while, but as she told me, she was an athlete.
So
at the school.
amanna ko mo bati fa ambalo mo wara.
And also, she is not very plump.
So ninku mo boroso ni atabul.
So it seems running was easy for her.
Akobri yetel kidindi e bayle fo dula jang.
She said when they were scared and they were chased after, they ran for a long distance.
So milibe no kan o mo kilingol le bayndi fo dula jangoto.
It's the same people who were chasing them all that long distance.
So akobri tata fa meta.
They said when they ran until a long time,
ako futata dula dol to fensol beje korda dolum fensol beje pour ka jump kata.
she said she got to a particular house and there was a fence and she attempted to jump over.
So tata wala nyama singu mun tuta koma.
So as she was jumping, her leg that was left behind.
So aninyu la futo keta kelonti ya singa nyafu.
And that was it, at the moment that these other guys reached the spot and they grabbed her leg.
So ya sabana ya jindi.
And they pulled her to the ground.
Ya samba.
And took her away.
So bri ya samba.
When she was taken away.
Ya la fenko atera fenko babulu ala bago kono workmano.
At that time she had a Walkman in her bag.
Yeoleta.
They took that away.
Ya play.
And they played that.
Ya la mo mi atera music ba kono.
And listened to it, but music was playing.
So akoy kay ila in music ora diatal de.
And then they said to her, well, you have nice music.
So bijewle nyama ya try wala nyama faya landi duma.
And so they were there and they tried until they put her on the ground.
So akoy do e workman o katlo kono.
And the other guy put the Walkman on her ears.
So akalo kan ke donga kan.
And he stood over her, dancing on her.
Akoy wole kala fo fa ketuta completely.
And so they danced over her until she went into coma.
So abelari njewle nyama so yelo ka bala.
And she was lying like that, and blood was oozing from her body.
So akwa bije atema fa ngoje dula to follow tanot.
And she did not know what was happening until she realized saw herself in the hospital.
Yeah, atela story that I will explain it.
That was the story that she explained to me.
But ngalo na fa ngona ta sekeno ku jama bije atela fa na so senendino but I nyina fonye in brief.
But I believe that if she should appear here, she should be able to tell you more about what happened to her. But this was what she said to me in brief. This is what I know about her case.
I would like to have an idea of the scale of victim during the April 10 and 11th incident.
Akabe laflele kalong tilimbalia ning tajire yamen yake April 10 aning April karotil tan ning kilingu kuolu kono alafto ye wo yirkole lonna.
From where you were at the RVH?
Akobe larin nun daming banyun leptano to RVH.
Can you give us an idea of how many victims you saw or the condition at the hospital so that we can have a better idea of how many victims ended up at the RVH?
Ako fo ibedamin leptano to fo isinying fono nyene ye talibolu yiriko menje menya baramata aning ila kolube mento ye ila futo leptano to je inya menje ani ye mello ila ko to fo so fono nyela bang
ha wu walun dal banjul leptano benyamin je dutal walung safo.
That day, the state of the hospital was very tense, I can tell you.
Because ni fotaraje even larangul fatale tep.
Because even the beds were all occupied.
Atata la fo modol bije fango comme patient dol mangi taraje mul fisara do mondi yol dia ko yabulale.
In fact, it got to a stage whereby some of the patients that were admitted earlier were forcibly discharged so that space could be created for the new victims.
Yeah, pour mul yalon koy baramata nay admit je cause atata la fo fango ikamatlal ila spaya matlal mbije ke landi banko duma la fango.
It got so serious that at some point some of the extra sponge that they had, they were spreading those on the floor to admit patients. So that some of the patients could lie on those.
Osia badal e ani fata kono dolbe fata idum ni ajibe fango Gambia kono walum loptano bijang o la clinique avele fata tep dipende fomi yalan ko ino walum ko min keta walum.
There were many people. A&E was filled up. Most of the hospitals in the Gambia here were filled up. And all that is as a result of the incident of the 10th and 11th of April. In fact, there were those that only had slight those were just dressed and allowed to go.
Walum fana kudole kata Gambia. Gambia mamantala walum.
That day, something else happened in the Gambia. That day was a day of trouble in the Gambia.
Yeah, walum tonya Gambia karamto dinol yelo tinyata walum.
Honestly, that day, the blood of the students of the Gambia was spilled.
Yeah, exactly.
That was what happened.
Did an incident occur on that day which allowed you to see a list of victims?
Ako fo kuna takele ulung hanifo ise mo yiriko lonko ifata wala mo yiriko menu baramata.
Mo yiriko mum baramata ani mulu fata.
The number of people that got injured and those that got killed.
Walu no solve takani killing.
That day, the nurses were taking the record one at a time. They had papers and they were writing them, handwriting them.
So
they wrote them until they were many.
But
when they were done,
a copy.
There were some individuals who came who wanted to have a copy.
No solo they left a copy modo a copy in case record
and they were nurses. They wanted to make several copies so that they could, each of them have one copy, just in case that one of them should lose their own copy.
Because what time be mararomin koto min diate kawle ke lafta min na wala be ke la lafta mole mum moy bolo moyla man lafta mole mum moy ito bondi la mole.
Because at that time the kind of rulers we had were people that would make sure that whatever they want people to know is what they know, what they want people to hear is what people hear.
So, okono inata fokobotia copy.
That was why they said that they will make copies.
Then copy
so that one copy. And they will select someone who will be given that copy for safekeeping.
So it
was then that I was asked, that they asked me whether if we give you this copy, would you be able to safekeep it? And I said yes.
So from what you're telling us, the nurses felt that the list of those who were injured and killed could have been altered at some point could have been tampered with by the government at some point.
Amunta wale nyi itandiko no solu fangulu ni aje ye nyi safe ka fo han fo be kilin kara falema ye nyine mira ko iteliye men safe wo nya ton ko lu men barata nyin ko la ni bulota lata kayto kay si ko dolu falin no leje.
Yes.
And that's why they offered to make a copy and give it to one of you.
Wala na ye nyim fo ko mbatu ye kayto nyin safe ye adum itebulu proisa amabo ay tanka.
Yes.
Do you recall the names of any of the nurses that had access to the list?
For hakilo sibula wo no solo hanimo kilin tola men yalon ko lebe do ko la wulum men yo saferoke.
Mo kilin bije ngoto mutale nak.
Yes, I can recall the name of one person.
Bardol bije ametale metol mutano.
But there are those I cannot recall.
But you don't know la kol lata nyo kambakele so.
But I cannot recall some because of the time factor. But this other individual, we had a good rapport.
So I think fatu file. I
think.
But
I cannot recall the names of the others.
Sister.
Many of them I used to address them by the name sister.
Very briefly, can you tell us if you eventually received a copy of this list?
Ako faisa fonu nyo wat suga dia mustun ron fo pero wotolu safeta kayto membala fo a detail ale bang.
No,
No, the list was not given to me because something happened there.
So we were
there discussing that issue, and then not long after, soldiers came in.
State House in Nate Lota.
They came from the State House. They came in and stood.
Because never seen Dami Nibije.
Because where I was seated, if you are there, where my bed was positioned, if you are there, you have a view of the outside. So anybody coming from the left or the right hand side, I was in a position to see the individual. So I was there, and then I saw soldiers coming out the end with their guns, and they were rushing in. As soon as they came inside, they hit the door and opened it, and then came inside and said to the nurses, produce the list. And then the nurses said to them, no, we are not yet ready. And then they said to the nurses, bring out the list now. Whatever is transpiring here, we are aware. Bring the list now. So we were there. And so they frightened them. And then they said to them, okay, give us time, we'll bring it. And so they went and brought the list and handed it over to them. And they left with the list. But not long after, I think it's either the same day or the following day. That is not very clear to me. But then the list was brought back. But when they came, what I saw, that list was typed. Because the list that they took away was handwritten. But when they returned with the list, that list was typed. I saw that. I can witness to that.
Do you recall when this incident occurred?
April 10, that very day.
It happened on the very day of the 10th of April. It was the evening between 7 and 8. That was when they came in.
And very briefly, while you were at the RVTH, did the head of state at the time pay a visit?
Yes, he came there. When he came, he came inside and he made inquiries. He asked them, where are the students? They said to him, there one is. And so that was where I was pointed at. And he said to them, and who else? And they said to him, and this other one. And that was the girl, Seno. So he went first to her. He greeted her. But he stood there for a long time. What he told him there, what she told him there, or what he told her there, I did not hear at the time. But before he came, he heard that he was supposed to come. She said to me, when he comes, if we are not able to ignore him, let's abuse his mother. I said to her, well, except if you are not ready. She said to me, okay, when he comes, I'm going to do it. I said to her, if he comes first to me, I will do it. If he comes to you first also, you do it. So we were there. When he came in, he went first to her. So she said, after he left, she said that she abused his mother however she wanted to, until she was pleased. When he got to me, so I also prepared my own insults, waiting for him. So when he came, when he arrived, I tried to got up and wanted to sit down. But he placed his hand on my chest. He said to me, no, lie down. So I lie down. At that point, I cannot tell whether he came with some spirits or what, but I was so calm, I couldn't do anything. I even forgot about the insult issue totally.
So
So he asked me for my name. I told him, where are you from? What school are you from? I told him, where did they shoot you? I told him, and then he left. After he left, Senabu came to me and said to me, you are not man enough. You did not insult him. I said to her, no, this guy came attempts to provide you the requisite treatment. But she never did that.
You told us that before he arrived at the hospital, you and Zainabu decided that you would insult him and insult his mother, from what you've said. Why?
Because I can only diminta and high tinya and funding care tinya and plan pur mekela muntisama in kumayole tinya dal.
Because he destroyed our youth, he destroyed our future, and that is the reason why.
Who do you hold responsible for what happened to you and other students? And why do you hold him responsible?
Because he was the one that passed the order through Aisatunjai Seli. And Aisatunjai Seli gave the order to Babukar Jata. And that was how the responsibility was distributed until the order to shoot was made. But she was the one that gave the order.
How do you know this?
Because at that time, whatever he says, to his people who worked with him, if he tells them to sit down, I said he was the one who told her that the students have now gotten out of control. And said to him that they have destroyed the prisons and they have joined together with bandits and they are now destroying the whole country. At one point, he even said that the students broke into the armory, they took guns and they were firing each other, killing each other. Because that day he was not there, and it was Aissatou who was here representing him. And she gave this information to him, and it was after that that he gave the order that killed them.
All this information that you're providing us, how do you know this? Did you hear this information from someone?
Yes, I hear it from people. And I also believe it. I know also the kind of person that he is.
Before that, you said you also heard it from people. Who did you hear it from?
I hear this thing even while I was at hospital when we are discussing. We used to hear this kind of talk. If anything, Gambia is one family. We are all one. In the army, in the police, you will have relatives. Whatever takes place, by way of information, it is spread out and everybody gets to hear.
But what I want to understand is what that information is based on. Was this just information that was circulating around that you heard from various individuals, or did you hear this information from any members of the security forces? Because you've just told us you had relatives, you all had relatives in the security forces.
Police and sojarul kono fo bo molio kibaro moy wolle la uniform tiolo
comme kabanya me moy la moy lolu bari dimbe loptano fawto nda marka tarka chala yen mol kana yen ni kacha.
Just as I said, it's just hearing it as information, general information, because when we were at the hospital, people come and we used to discuss these things. And this information was also widespread. And to say that the students were the ones that were shooting each other, that one, everyone heard that from her own mouth. Because she went over to the television and she made such a pronouncement. That is very clear.
So this information that you heard regarding the order to shoot, this is not information that you know for sure.
Yes, it's true.
But you believed it to be true.
Very well, very well.
Regarding the statement made by Aissatou, you said that you heard it.
Yes, that was said over the television.
Can you tell us exactly what you heard?
Kidi bungole tay comme sojarol la kido be nakala sojarol la bungo kidi bungo.
She said that the students broke into the armory
e kidolta
and took guns
e damale ñobung
and they were shooting each other.
Ay wolof.
That was what she said.
Was this statement true?
There is no element of truth in that.
And in fact, you've told us on multiple occasions that from what you observed throughout that day, no student was holding a weapon or a gun.
Andun koye mem fo kabringa ko damutata o tilo mume o be ali mankidi je hani talibe kilimbudu.
No.
So how did you feel when you heard Aissatou Njie Seydi's statement, essentially blaming the students?
Ako silang itaketa nyadi lebri Aissatou Njie Seydi moy ay nyin kuma kamlu fo anata pour ka kumo nyin dala ka tumiro la talibuluka.
Because when I heard that, it pained me a lot because she lied. What's he saying? If at all we had guns that day, where the soldiers and the paramilitary were shooting us if we had guns? It could have been that some of us would also fire back. At that point, if I had a gun, fire at me, I will also fire back. And if that were the case, then the casualties would not have been only students. The students, the soldiers, and the paramilitary would also have casualties. But after the dust settled, all the victims were students. And that was what made her statement a lie.
I want to still focus, we're running out of time, so I want to address the impact that this had on you.
Ako wato felente abe doya kan. So nye mantoro men sabuima alafta silang alia nyati wala.
Okay.
You've provided the commission with a number of documents.
Ako ye kaito lusotole yemenu di komisongola.
I will ask the usher to bring the documents so that you can verify that these are your medical records.
Akabe kaito di la kila nyin na menka kaito lu ya yindi puru ifango sato nya yandi fonyino mo kaito nyindi bang.
Okay.
But just before that, I would note that your Royal Victoria Hospital discharge card
ako bari pur kasena andi janni obekala ila kaito meng ila bularang kaito ti kaboba nyun loptano to Royal Victoria Hospital,
which provides your biographical information and other details,
me yalonko ito anite fongo la ko kibaro be kaito membala,
states that you were admitted at the hospital on the 10th of April 2000.
O nyum foko ye landi loptano to April karotil tan 2000 sankono.
And you were discharged on the 3rd of July 2000.
Andu ina tebula loptano to July karotil tan anisa 2000.
Which is a period of about 3 months.
Me alonka karsaba nyon wuche osile.
I will provide that document,
akabo kaito bondilale,
as well as other documents from the initial medical board that was set up at the RVH.
Ni lumeni alonko jaral alfa kafo membe nun loptano nyinto wulfanali kaito memdada,
which provided recommendations on your treatment.
Menni ya maro di itela jararo karo kenyala.
It's dated the 6th of December 2001.
December karo tili woro lebe safari kaito nyimbala 2001.
And it is signed by 3 doctors who were part of that board.
Kaito nyin Dr. Sabalea assign meni alonko lobo jaral alfa kafo nyin nekono,
as well as the cover letter accompanying that report.
Aning letero me yasafe ka lawo kibaro kang kaki.
I will also provide a report of the physiotherapy that you've received at the Royal Victoria Hospital.
Akabe nyin kaito fanandila kulu jaro be kul baramo kende aren kola ke kulu lutembe ndi yo fanan kenyama na kaito menketa ate loptane kilung to RVH aw fanan o kaito fanan.
I will also provide a report concerning treatment that you received in Dakar, Senegal.
Akabe nyim fanan bondila menketa jara roti e menkete la ye sambatu men Senegal Dakar sate oto
in 2005.
Menketa 2005 sangoti.
I will also provide another report regarding treatment that you received in Dakar in 2014. I will also provide another report regarding the conclusions of the medical board that you saw.
Munta kolu banta nyaming wa medical board walfa kafo ye kolu kumfa nyamin ite menuje
at the Royal Victoria, well, Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, as it is known now.
banjul loptan bato sayeng je tomu Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital leti sayeng je ikaje kilolela.
This was on the 27th of March 2019.
Nyimuru March karotili muaning worowla leti 2019.
Which also makes reference to treatment that you received in Germany.
Memfana ye itandiro ke jararola ye menkenun Germany.
I believe in 2010.
Ngamera 2010 sankonolem.
I'm going to hand over all these documents so that you can confirm whether or not these are the documents you provided me with.
Akabe o kaitolu be itandila. Purute sa sede ano ko tonya nyilom kaitol ti ngamenu dialla.
Okay. Yes, it's correct.
Thank you very much for that. Mr. Chairman, I will seek to admit these documents into evidence as Exhibit 0074. However, I will sort out the annexes during the break and then tell you 0074A until which number. With your permission, I will do so.
Abenyi kumakam fokang commission chairman le akabe nyin kaitolu dundila sede kaitolu konole bari bitung ibe bulala nyono manyaming ninda hawato sita abeodo ko kala otumole.
Understood, Council. We would wait when you have exhibit numbers for all of them, then we would grant the inclusion in the records. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jammeh.
Yes.
Council ko Mr. Jammeh.
Based on these documents, you have been seeking treatment from 2000 until 2019. And based on these documents, the cause of your injury was identified, which was a bullet wound. And although preliminary treatment was provided, the recommendation that seems to be repeated is that you require further overseas treatment. And indeed, that is still the conclusion of the recommendation from 2019. Is that correct?
Yes. So, yeah, it's correct.
You're still speaking in Mandinka?
Sorry. Yeah, Tonyalo.
Can you tell us what kind of treatment you received in Germany?
Germany in 2010.
When I went to Germany in 2010, they checked my entire health situation.
And
then I was informed that I had to undergo 2 operations.
Because
It could even be 3, but they said they were certain about 2.
So nata follow keje.
So we had the first one.
And nata murunang.
Then I returned.
Because I tara nun jebe suma yare mbake dum mammo soto je fanam ben tekke ala.
At that time it was very cold and I did not have anyone to take care of me.
tubabol lom den ni telephone ma wato so to be do ko la hani dimas of ka do ko kele.
Those that took me there, they were Europeans. They did not have time. Even they worked on Sundays.
So inata fanyi nata Africa in karisaba kono isemurun nang enaile jararo labang.
Then they said to me, return back to Africa and come back in 3 months' time and continue your treatment.
So biraboto la.
So after that.
For be karisaba mamba no follow de.
Up to now, I think the 3 months has not elapsed yet.
So
that is the way the things are.
And can you tell us why you haven't been able to receive the treatment that you require?
Soto le manke bulo manko beng.
Because there was not much income, I could not finance it. I don't have it, my parents too don't have it, and that was why it was not possible. That is why even up to date, the treatment could not take place as it's supposed to be.
Presently, can you tell us what impact this has had on you, on your health?
Because
it's the impact is great because if you look at it, my health up to now is retarded. What I have been going through over the past 19 years has been a difficult experience. If you look at it itself, there are some of my colleagues that were also suffered the same situation, underwent the same situation as I am going through. Because if you look at it, I can say that we are relatives. Because all of us have the same experience. We suffer from the same incident. And some of them, up to date, they are in wheelchairs. And some, up to date, they are working with crutches. That is what they use to assist to work. There is even one that was shot at the arm, and up till date, there is still bullet fragment in her arm, in his arm, which is not being brought out. Because they made several attempts here to remove it, but they could not do it. So if anything, if you look at it, selfish that's why if I should say personally myself, I may be selfish, but collectively the hardships that we underwent is very difficult. For 19 years, if anyone that started school at that time would have completed by now. So we are in that situation with our pain and we are suffering. And it's difficult because if you look at things, the way the government should attend to us and assist us, they did not do so, and maybe if they had done so, we could have been some other people of relevance today in Gambia. Because if you look at it, some of our colleagues that we went to school together with, some of them today are now doctors. Some also are project managers, and I can go on counting on and on. And for us, since that day up to now, we are still on the same spot. So it's difficult. It is a difficult situation. It has changed our lives completely because if you look at it, I had personally wanted to become a doctor. I love that field, and even as I sit here today, if I were to be given the chance, I would want to become a doctor. But the way things went, that is why where we had hoped to reach, we could not get there. Follow. First of all, our health is the most important thing for us, which we don't have. Our health is in difficulty. That's also destroy our plans, what we had wished to become tomorrow. It also destroy our plans, how we wanted to move the country forward. And also in our communities. And many other things.
Thank you very much for that explanation. Currently, are you able to walk unaided, or do you require an aid?
I have a scotch which I use to assist myself.
Yeah,
if I don't have that to assist me walk and want to walk on my own, after a short distance, I experience excruciating pain. And if you look at it again, our life is a hard one. You are stretching out your hand to people for 19 years. Since you stretched your hand up to now, it could be that those ones are even bored now. But that is not our intention. What we wish is to be able to be independent and to do things on our own, as our colleagues are. So, so for this reason, I could say that what happened to us has almost brought our livelihood to a standstill. But up to now, we have not lost hope. If we have the means, even as I speak to you, because there are some of our colleagues who want to become lawyers, who want to become accountants. So even today, as I speak to you, if we have the means, perhaps what we want to become, we will be.
Mr. Jammeh, thank you very much for your testimony. I have come to the end of my questions. So I will hand over to the commissioners in case they have additional questions. Mr. Chairman, I hand over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Council. And thank you very much, Mr. Abdoukarim Jammeh, for your testimony.
Chairman ko council inimbara baka akubari Abdoukarim Jammeh ifana inumbara baka ela sede yaro kan.
First, I want to assure you that the 11 commissioners here don't have any juju or jarang to put on you.
Ako follow aba follow yonko etelo commissioner standing kilo membijang. Jalante telu bulundu safe fanante bulu ibe benkelela.
Yeah, bismillah.
Nor are we going to come around and put our hands on your chest for it to have a cooling effect on you.
Anu inditinala ke bulo la isiso ka mensi sumayan.
Our juju is only one thing.
Ako etela safe mu fenkilineti.
That's the law contained in the Trrc Act 2017.
Ako wolem luati membe Trrc la sarto kono yemen londi 2017.
That requires us to create an impartial record of violations and abuses of human rights during the period under review.
Ako woye nyine kaning itele sifereke baro kensu me yalonko wala kata nyanta tinyal nin tilimbali yalu mennuke ateo wucce kono wucce men iba kumo fokanteng.
In fulfillment of that, one of the objectives, the primary objectives of the Commission,
ako pour kawo natolu timmandi commission la hammolu kono même woti
the law requires us to quote directly from that provision.
ako loi nyum foko prasi kangota wo sarto kono
Section 13C
ala bunda tannin sabanjang la sappa sabanjang.
Okay, excuse me.
Should I continue?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. Section 13C says that the Commission would provide victims
wo sarto la bunda tannin sabanjang la fanna sabanjang commission be nyinkela ye mantoro kemenula
an opportunity to relate their own accounts
pour ka bunda yele menkete itelula ifanguli ya sata
of the violations and abuses they suffered.
menketa tiñarol nin tilimbalial nin tajire yaluti menu boyte fangulu kan.
This is what you have done today as previous witnesses before you.
Ako ite yo leke bi ko sede fololu menu nata ya kenyami.
You've done it precisely and comprehensively.
Ya ke anyama men tilinta men sahata seneyata.
We thank you very much for your time.
Mbe numbara la ke jay ila o sede yaro kan.
And I would ask commissioners if they have any questions they want to pose. Commissioner Carr,
abe commissioner lu nyinin kala fo mo be ko no membe nyinin karo ke la ndun sa nga ketako commissioner kala fte nyinin kala le.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Jammeh, for your testimony. I just have one question.
Numbara Chairman, inumbara Mr. Jammeh nyinin kar kilin ne babulu.
How have you been surviving?
Akoy be balu kan nu nyaadile.
Molla ma koyro.
Through the assistance of people.
Because doku man soto.
Because I am not working.
Nila karangole banno ni se doko keno ye fama ma koy.
You can only work if you had completed your school and hard work.
Bon mo kendo la ma koyro.
But through the help of good individuals, that is, I can say, that is what I am surviving on.
Thank you, Mr. Jammeh.
Mr. Jammeh.
When was your last medical appointment due?
Ako ila inin doctor la nyojewo labango nying anyanta kala wati jumaltinu.
Labango keta komi nyim dada mamme bake medical board mun set up tanun jana RVH. It was Francis Small Teaching Hospital.
The last one was when this medical board had a meeting at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital.
And
that was the last time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jammeh. If you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Mr. Jammeh, silang purka ko kumfa ite fango fanang kalimolu menu beda e bela fila menu yitandila silang ite financiolu banke.
Okay, bismillah. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and all the councils, all the commissioners, sorry. And
ako inumbara ba ke council commissionalu albe alnimbara
and the lead council and all the councillors.
And lead council ning council dolu fanalo abebe numbara la.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Aning molu menu be siri njam fanang lamoyro la musuke.
It's 19 years since April 10 and 11 incident occurred.
Ako aketa sanji tanning kononto nyina mbring April karo tiltang anin tiltanning kilim ko keta kanabula bila.
Which outrage the conscience of every decent human being.
Me yalon ko hadamading wo hadamading men hakilo ya afateo fa aketa ulubeye kamfati.
At home and abroad.
Sujambang kata fo manela.
14 victims are in their graves.
Ako motang anin nani yemenu fa ulubela kaburulu kono.
Leaving their parents.
Yolu ululal tukoma.
Family members.
Ibadingolu.
Schoolmates.
Ikarambunto kafunyolu.
Teachers.
Karamunto morolu.
And friends.
Aniterolu.
With a bitter memory.
Andun kudimindimbe sondo mokono.
in their mind,
hakilo kono,
and the marks or scars in their hearts,
anin wo mantorolu men be sondomolu kono,
which need healing.
me yalonko wo sulata jararo labi.
Countless number of victims
Mo jama sotonda men yalonko e dun taw mantoro kono,
who were subjected to torture
men yalonko ye mutaye tajire ya,
are still unknown,
anin bi jama bije ulu malong,
and dozens more,
anin men siata dusenol tikoteke,
like my very self,
ko menu be ko ate fango,
are on wheelchairs,
dolu be sirim pus pusolu kono,
crutches,
dolu be tamakam dokolula,
and other mobility aids
anin dolu be tamakam jorangulu la men keta tamaram makoir langolti,
because of the injury from the bullet.
femma sabu fo kidikeso ye baramolu menu kela,
Indiscriminately fire towards school-going children.
me ya lonko keba koto mendingol le kidolu taka dindingolu bungala menu keta karamundo dindingoluti.
Educational and career development
Ila tanya to londo la karola anila baluran mecholu la karola
were interrupted,
wolu kuntuta wole noto,
and our health
anila jata kende afana
are at great risk.
ila jata kende abe sangararing
Multiple surgery are yet to be to restore our bodies,
andum fararo nin jararo sila jama nyanta kela men nyanta itilla jata kende alu sayndila anyama
to normal our state,
ko ila tara ila hadamaya si muru anoto
and lack of follow-up,
andum kabula wolu no mapurka wolu tentendia wala soto balia
even subjecting our life
men ya kende fangila baluo fangwa dunta ku kono
to a greater risk
me yalon ka kolea la fatale
as we get older.
ibe keba ya kanyamin
We have cried for justice
imeta kumbola kon sula tatilingu nin tonya e sabati
and care under the former administration,
andu ye makoyro nyinin wo maral bunda follow bulu
but to no avail
bari fem manke
or without consideration.
andu me hane ako mira fang
We were filled with hope and joy
ye fandinu jikoning sewola
when we witnessed the changes.
birim falingo keta
We were called upon
ye kumandi wotumo
to speak out the truth
pruisito nyafo
and state our mind,
ye membe sondomo kono fanaliyo
listening
yitan
ears,
aning
to listening ears.
pour menu be la moy la wolu sa moy membe fala
We did so with hope sooner rather than later,
akondu yo ke tarin ke ka juna yandi dukundi roti
justice will be done
ko tilingu nin tonya be tamala
and will soon be seen done.
andu atemela suba tilobe bola membe kala tonya tiloti
We are victims with special merit.
itelu molleti mennu torata bari bitungi la toro aketa kuleti me yalonko nyanta nyanto sotola.
Excuse me. We are victims with special needs and merit
itelu molleti men yalonko nyanta sulolu bala ebe nyanta sulolu menu sotonna
due to the suffering we enjoy
femma sabu foye batani mantoro mentaki
under the former administration.
me yalonko man sakunda folo men bi jalnu wole yo lekan.
So that is why we seize this opportunity
wala nay fanale nyin silota
under this new Gambia
nyim Gambia kuto kono
as a prayer of reminding the authorities
pro kata ka nyaton kolo hakilo bulandi
and all men and women of conscience
musuke menu be keta hakili temberi ngoluti
that we are still suffering in silence.
Panimbi ila batabe kerine de be bataring ibe dew kono nyawnyandi mbari be bataring wo dew kono.
We need education.
Isulata londo la kakarang.
We need education.
Isulata karangola.
We need treatment.
Isulata jara rola.
We need treatment.
Isulata jara rola.
Social and economic support.
Aning woduni fanko ning hadamaya makoy role nyantatala nyola.
So that to be independent enough.
Purunyin kamala ifana lataranya si tiketara mfambuloti nyama.
Rather than to be a charity receivers.
Mensi fisi anyinti ko molu katu itelu sadala.
And we need reforms.
Andu isulata falingu fanana.
We need reforms.
Falingu nyantakela.
Security reforms.
Andu falingu nyantakela kanto ni ntankada bundalela.
Whereby our securities will be law-abiding people.
Dame ya lonko itella kanto ni ntankada dukula lusike moluti menu si luwa ni tilingu tamandi.
They will no longer be cattle rearers.
ite kela ninsi kantala luti.
They will no longer be bread bakers.
Ite kela mburu janila luti.
They will no longer put on any leader's T-shirt and campaign for him.
Andu ite nyaton kala dondi kadunna ibita campaign yo kela meye.
There will be the securities for the Gambians and Gambia.
Andung isike kanto nin tankada do kula luti menube lola Gambia ye anin Gambian kolu.
We need legislature also reform and the parliamentarians.
Andung ilafta falingo yeke député bung do ko fanan na karola anin wo bundala.
So that they could no longer be a rubber stamp.
Nyin kamala ikanake moluti me ya lonko femfem fota dorong etil danko dorong yesong.
Yes, I am issue.
Wala mnyinti menu bekara fala dorong ha femfem fota ye ha yesong ala yesa.
We are also reminding the current leader
Mbe nyatonko hakilo bulandila membe nyatonka yala saying
that we don't want to see anybody,
malafi mojela,
any Gambians,
malafi Gambian kajela
to be exiled anymore.
me ya lonka si bori kijateo yake ndia ala banko bula.
We don't want to see any dead Gambian body to be buried in foreign land.
Malafi Gambian ka bandala bankolu kang.
Gambia is for Gambians.
Gambia belorin Gambian kolu leye.
Whether you are dead or alive.
Ibe balurin bang eketa fureoti bang.
We all need, we are all equal in the Gambia.
Mbeka nyanta Gambia janne.
We don't need tribalism in the Gambia.
Malafi si fatam fansola Gambia.
No to tribalism.
Hani malafi fatam fansola si wala karola.
No to tribalism.
Malafi si fatam fansola.
And the media also.
Andun kibar doku lalu fanalu.
We want to have a professional media.
Lafta kibar doku bundalu la men keta lonna no laluti.
Whereby they will be independent enough.
Dame ya lonko ibe femfen kela satara ibe fambulu anyama.
To make sure and verify anything they want to talk about or to print out.
Andun satara ibe kibar wo kibar bondila satata lombang saferta lombang satara ya kotobo ya tara ko nyimuku sotoringoleti.
To be more professional enough.
Satara isila doko long ya no iba kela nyaming.
As for victims, we need justice.
Andung itelumeni alon ko mantoro late kang isolata tilingu nin tonyale la.
We need justice.
Isolata tilingu nin tonyale la.
We need justice.
Isolata tilingu lela anin tonya.
We need it now.
Andu isolata la sayinne.
Thank you so much.
Allah baraka.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Jammeh.
Jaman ko numbara Mr. Jammeh.
For those very good and thoughtful remarks.
Yewo kuma ka nyimmalu menu fo men mu hakili kono kuma nyimmaluti.
Thank you again for your testimony.
Numbara kote ke ila sede yaro kang.
The Commission will take a 1-hour break. We come back at 2:30.
Mbe montoro wati kilinda hata lan simuruna njantala mfulanin tala.
Meeting is adjourned. Oh.
1 hour should be 2:15, Mr. Chair.
My apologies. My counsel, you wanted the floor?
No, just to highlight the fact that in 1 hour time would be 2:15. So are we coming back 2:15 or are we coming back?
Come back at 2:30.
2:30.
You want the extra 15 minutes or you want to? Yes. Thank you. 2:30.
Ideally 2 hours we want. So let's reconvene 2:15.
You have a logistics problem with the next witness?
Well, it's supposed to be by video conferencing.
Oh.
And that usually would have difficulties now and again. So in order to make sure that we have enough time to deal with the issues, perhaps we could start a little earlier, 2:15. And if we happen to finish earlier than normal, then that would be fine. But all the same, we start a little earlier, just in case.
Counsel, the background that you and I are coming from, the lawyers always overrule the chair.
Yes.
So we come back at 2:15.
You are overruled. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned.